Hello everyone, welcome to the series of PYQ solutions of the CSAT papers. So yesterday we were doing with the 2024 Civil Services Prelims Examination CSAT paper. So we have solved 28 questions straight away and we are starting with the 29th today. So we'll look into most of the problems where you need the concepts. So even the people who are doing the self-study will understand these topics and solve on their own. So our effort is to help you for this preliminary examination to clear the Civil Service Prelims CSAT paper. Okay, looking at the 29th question, as soon as you see this question, it is a father said to his son, father and son. So two things are possible. One is blood relation. Second thing is the age problem. But n years back, as soon as you see n years, it is related to the age problem. So n years back, I means father. N years back, father's age, let's say it is f minus n. If I take the father's age today as f, so f minus n is the age of his n years back. I was as old as you are now. That is son's age. So this is the first equation that we have got. This is the first equation. F minus n is equal to s. Now you have seen three variables. When three variables are there, we have to make an effort to get three equations to get the complete solution. So now we have to look for another two equations. Now my present age, f's present age is 4 times your age n years back. Son's age n years back was s minus n. See, in this equation also we have got three variables. Now, next is, if the sum of the present ages of the father and the son is 130 years. So here I get the third equation, father's age plus son's age is equal to 130. So these are the three equations that we have. Now they are asking, what is the difference of their ages? See, look here, father's age minus n is equal to s. But if I reconstruct this one, this will give me n is equal to f minus s. N is equal to f minus s. That itself is the difference between father's age and the son's age. So I should make an effort to find out the value of n. So wherever f and s are there, I have to substitute it for n. So let us make an effort. So here what we want is n, and among these n is there, but here n is not there. So let me express this in terms of n. N is equal to f minus s. Then here, if I want n, then f is equal to 4s minus 4n. In turn, 4s minus 4n. In turn, 4n is equal to 4s minus f. So n is equal to 4s minus f whole divided by 4. So this is the equation that we have. Here n is there, here n is there. So if you equate the right hand sides, it will give us f minus s is equal to 4s minus f divided by 4. So if I take it this side, this will be 4f minus 4s is equal to 4s minus f. So if you bring these to the other side, 4f minus f is 3f. Here if it comes 8s is equal to 0. Why it is important for me? Because this alone gives me f and s. This is giving me f and s again. So it is easy for me to solve here. So f plus s equal to 130. So here either you look for f or s, but you have to equate the coefficient of the variables. So here 3f is there. I'll make it as 3f. So this will be 3f plus 3s. 3 times of this is 390. So minus minus minus. So it will give me, yeah. So 3 times of this. So when f comes here, 4f plus f it is 5. It is 5. It is 5. Sorry, 5. So 5f minus 5f, so it has to be 5. In that case, this has to be 650. Okay, this goes cancelled. So minus 13s is equal to 650 minus 650. So S is equal to, S value is equal to 50. This is what we got. Out of 3 variables, we get the first variable, that is S. This is one of the toughest problem, I know, because whenever you get 3 variables, it is going to be tough. So you have to decide in the beginning whether you are going to solve in the first round or in the next round. So S is done. So when I put S here, so father's age will be 80. So now look at the sum. F plus S is equal to 130. So difference between them is equal to N, that is equal to 30. Difference between them. So they are asking the difference between the father's age and the son's age. It is 30 years. In the examination hall, you will take same time. So I must have taken 3 to 5 minutes here. Even in the examination hall, you will also tend to take 5 minutes. So whether it is worth that risk or not, you have to understand, and you have to keep this particular question for the next round. So here the answer is 30. I'm warning you, this is 3 variables problem, 3 variables, 3 equations. Definitely it will take time. You have to decide for yourself. 30th question. So this is straight away SI units problem, but this they wouldn't have asked here, but they are checking your aptitude. They are checking your aptitude. So here they are asking like 1000 liters is equal to 1 meter cube. Unless you know practical, you cannot answer this one. So if you have seen a tank of 1 meter dimension, like length 1 meter, breadth 1 meter and the height 1 meter, there you will store 1000 liters. 1000 liters. So this is correct. Then 1 metric ton. 1 metric ton is nothing but our ton. That is 1000 kg. Even people don't know the difference between quintal, ton, all that thing. So this is very practical. Those who know the practical can answer this one. Then 1 hectare. 1 hectare is a space where in that square, both the sides are measuring 100 meters. So 100 meter into 100 meter is 10,000 meter square. So I am damn sure 50% of the aspirants will not be knowing at least one of these things. So this is completely practical. They are going to your general awareness level. They are not asking you to do some plus minus. They are asking you about your practical exposure in life. So whether you have dealt with these things. So here, if you know your house tank, that is your sump or the overhead tank, then only you can answer. If you have gone to the market, when you know this practicality, then only you can answer. And when you have visited any field, like hectare, acre, so many different dimensions that we have in our Indian system. So hectare, it has come from British. So acre is Indian system. So whether you know this or not, they are checking. Even we have to go to the level of gunta, then 1 cent. All these we should understand, because any IAS officer will be leading with the land resources. So different states have different units for the area of land. So that you have to understand. That is what they are checking here. Please be aware of all these things. 35th problem. 35th problem. Let X be a 2-digit number and Y be another 2-digit number formed by interchanging the digits. This is a classical problem. You take a number and reverse it. Take a number and reverse it. Any 2-digit number you take and reverse it. So we are getting at least 2 problems every year from this particular section. You have to be aware of this. This is part of number system. So interchanging the digits, either it is 2-digit number or 3-digit number, we have to have a proper concept of it. If X plus Y is the greatest 2-digit number, then what is the number of possible values of X? So I'll give you an example. Let's say X is 15. Then interchanging of it will give us 51. What is the sum? X plus Y? It is 66. So they are asking the greatest 2-digit number is the sum. Greatest 2-digit number is 99. Greatest 2-digit number is 99. They are asking how many such values are possible. How many such values are possible? For this, you have to have the understanding of the interchanging the digits. So whenever you take a number and interchange their digits, and whenever you do a sum, this sum is a multiple of 11 and also it is multiple of S. So whenever you want this sum, it will be in terms of 11s. This s is nothing but the sum of these two digits. This s is nothing but the sum of these two digits. I'll give you one practical this thing. Now our sum has to be a greatest two digit number, that is 99. So our sum has to be 99. That means 11s. So here s value is equal to 99 by 11. So that is equal to 9. That means what? S is equal to 9 means whenever you take a number, their sum should be 9. So I'll start with 1. The other number is 8. I start with 2. Other number is 7. I start with 3. Other number is 6. I start with 4. Other number is 5. Then when you interchange this, you will get 54. You will get 63. You will get 72. And you will get 81. You will get 81. So basically, you take any of these numbers, reverse it and do the sum. Take this number, reverse it and do the sum. You will get 99. This is what they are asking. So how many such possible values? 8 such possible values are there. So here the clue is what? Whenever you take a number and reverse it, when you add both the numbers, it will be a multiple of 11. It will be a multiple of the sum of those digits. So 11s. So here I need 9 because 99 is 11 nines are 99. So I need to check the numbers whose sum of digits is 9. So we have to start with 1. You cannot start with 0 because if you start with 0 as the first digit, it doesn't qualify to be a 2-digit number. It qualifies as only 1-digit number. That is why you should not consider 0. You have to start with 1 and end it with 8. And if you take 9 also, the other number will be 0. So it doesn't qualify because when you reverse it, you will not get 2-digit number. You will get 1-digit number. Be careful there. So answer is 8. So that is D. Next question. 36th. Weight of 6 boys is equal to weight of 7 girls. Weight of 6 boys is equal to weight of 7 girls. That is equal to weight of 3 men and weight of 4 women. What we have to understand from here? So this is a group of boys, group of girls, group of men and group of women. So here their group weights are same, but there are less number of men, medium number of women and more number of girls. What does it mean? Among them, who is heavier? Only 3 men are equal to 4 women, they are equal to 6 boys and they are equal to 7 girls. That means weight of each man is more and weight of each girl is the least. The least weighing person is a girl and the most weighing person is a man. So this is what we have to understand from this. If the average weight of the woman is 63 kg, if the average weight of a woman is 63 kg, so totally 4 women are there. So 63 into 4. So this is equal to 252. So total weight of 4 women is 252. So you can equate all these 4 groups to 252. So this is what is the clue. So average weight of women is 63, 4 women are there. So total weight is 252. So you take this group or any other group, the total weight will be 252. In that case, they are asking what is the average weight of boys. So how many boys are there? 6 boys. Total is 252. 6 boys weight. So 6, if we divide by, so 6 4s are 24 and 6 2s are. The weight of each boy or average weight of each boy is 42 kgs. So this is the simple most problem. If you complicate the issue, that means you are lacking the basics. Straight away they have given 4 different groups and their weight is 252. Then what is the weight of each boy? 252 divided by 6, 42. This is a simple most. I don't want to put lot of time on this one. So let us go to the next question. How many times the hour hand and the minute hand coincide in a clock between 10 a.m. to 2 p.m. Between 10 a.m. and 2 p.m. how many times they coincide? So here we have a straight concept that in 12 hours time, this hour hand and minute hand meet 11 times. With this, we have to proceed and look. Now, at 12 o'clock, they meet each other. Then after 1 o'clock, somewhere after 105, around 27 seconds after 105, they will meet again. But before 12 o'clock, just try to imagine somewhere around 10:55 approximately. I am telling approximately 10:55 they will meet. So after 10 o'clock, they will meet each other just before 11 o'clock around 10:55. Then at 12 o'clock, they will meet each other. Then after 12 o'clock, only at 105, few seconds after 105, they are going to meet each other. So 2 p.m. So before 2 p.m., this is the latest. Then after 10 a.m., this is the latest. So between 10 a.m. and 2 p.m. So these are the 3 times that they are going to meet. These are the 3 times that they are going to meet. So answer is 3 here. This is a simple concept. One who has studied the clock will be able to solve this one, because this is a simple thing. Here we study 3 things. When hour hand, minute hand meet, that is one aspect. Then hour hand, minute hand will be at 180 degree. So that is one concept. And hour hand and minute hand will be at 90 degree. This is another concept. So 90 degree, 180 degree, 360 degree. It is a straight away concept. So you should not make any mistake in these questions. So 3 times is the answer. Now this is calendar. Calendar is becoming more popular these years. So you have to focus on calendars. You should not leave this chapter. I am seeing they are asking 2 questions from now on. Okay. The calendar for the year 2025 is same for. Whenever you go for a same calendar, you have to look at 2 things. That is, the 1st January of those years should be same. So if the 1st January of those years, that means if 1st January of a particular year is Monday and the 1st January of the other year is also Monday, then calendars can be same. This is one concept. That means every day is syncing with that calendar. You might have seen some devices where they create the calendar for lifetime. Just we have to adjust the day on which the month is starting. So if you adjust that, you will get the a calendar for the entire month. So this is purely based on maths. So that is why we are able to make those devices. So here what we have to understand is, if both the calendars are same, that means like every day of this year and this year, like when we see them, they should be the same. And second concept here is, whenever we are looking for the same calendar, then if one year is a leap, other year also has to be a leap year. If one year is not a leap, other year should not be a leap. That is what we are looking at. So here 2025 is not a leap. So we have to look for a year which is not a leap. So among the given options, none of them are leap, because if you consider only the last 2 digits, you will come to know whether that number is divisible by 4 or not. So what is our concept? When you are looking for a leap, you have to see whether that year is divisible by 4. None of them are divisible by 4. So now I will go ahead with the calculation. 2025. When I go to a next year, it will be 2026. One day will be added, because every year having 365 days will have one odd day, because 365 divided by 7 will give us the remainder 1. That is why every year the same date will be seen on the next day. This is very much comfortable when we look at our birthdays. If my birthday is Monday this year, next year it will be on Tuesday. This is a simple concept. We have to just add 1 to that day. Next, 27, I'll add 1. Then 28, I'll add 1. But when I am jumping this leap year to 29, I have to add 2. Because when we are jumping a leap year, we are jumping 366 days. 366 by 7 will give me the remainder of 2. So we are jumping with 2. So now calculate, there are 5 days. But for a same calendar, this addition has to be 7. So next year when I add, I will land up in 30. Next year when I add, I will land up in 31. See, now the sum is 7. Sum is 7. I have accounted for the leap year also. So 2025's calendar will be same as that of 2031 or vice versa. That is 2031's calendar will be as same as the 2025's calendar. So that is 2031. Here we have to be extra careful. We have to match two things. That is 7 days should be the gap between this year and this year, accounting even the leap year. And second thing is, if this year is a leap, we have to look for a leap. If this year is not a leap, we have to look for a non-leap year. That is what is the concept. So answer is 2031. Let P, Q, R and S be distinct positive integers. Let P, Q, R, S be distinct positive integers. Distinct positive integers means like above 0. Above 0. That means 1, 2, 3, 4, anything, but they should be distinct. They should not be same. Let P and Q be odd. Let P and Q be odd. Then R and S be even. So this is a basic concept. Whenever we are doing the operations with the odd numbers and even numbers, we have certain formula, not formula I would say, we have certain shortcuts there. So that we'll see here. This is one term and this is one term and this is one term because we are multiplying these things. So I have to consider this whole as one term, this as one term and this as one term because we are multiplying. So like that you have to have a division. And P minus R. P is an odd number and R is an even number. So whenever you subtract even number from odd number at any time, you are going to get odd number. Whenever you subtract even number from odd number, you will get odd. Odd square, again it will be odd number. So this entire number is odd number. Then coming to Q. Q is odd. Okay. S is even. Now odd into even. So even in the product, if you get even 1 times, then that product will be even. This is correct. Here one term is odd, another one is odd and another one is even. Even once you hit even, that entire product becomes even. Okay. Next. Here one term, second term and third term. Q minus S. Q is odd number. S is even number. Odd minus even is odd again. Q square. Q is odd. Odd square is always odd number. S is an even number again. So odd into even. Again, this is an even number. Next. Q plus R whole square. Q is odd. R is even. So odd square is odd. P plus S is one term now. P plus S. P is odd. S is even. So odd plus even is odd again. But odd into odd is always odd. So all three statements are correct. So the answer is all three. That is 1, 2 and 3. This is simple. This is odd even this thing. So if you are not able to do this one. So here what we checked. Whenever you multiply an even number to any number of odd numbers, the answer will be even. Whenever you add odd and even number, the result will be odd. So like that, please have the chart of odd plus or minus even. Similarly, odd plus or minus odd, even plus or minus even. Like this, odd into even into even, odd into odd. Like this, you have a chart. You cannot make a mistake after this. Okay. Now, again, this is a problem on clock. What is the angle between the minute hand and hour hand when the clock shows 4:25 hours? So here we have a straight away shortcut. You can depend upon this particular shortcut anytime. That is, theta is nothing but angle. This angle is always equal to 60 times of hour with the difference of 11 minutes divided by 2. Write it somewhere and keep it. So whenever you want an angle, if you substitute the value of hour, here hour is 4 and here minute is 25. If you substitute 25 here and 4 here, you will get the answer. So theta is equal to 60 into 4 with the difference of 11 into minutes are 25 divided by 2. So here this is 240 with the difference of 25 into 11 is 275 divided by 2. So difference between these two, 240 and 275 is 35. 35 divided by 2. So we get 17.5 degree. 17.5 degree is the angle between a minute hand and hour hand. This is very useful formula. Write it somewhere for any problem associated with clock. If you substitute the values of these three variables, that is in three variables, if they give two variables, you will get the third variable very easily. Please note it down. And here it is a straight question. Whenever there is a time, we can find out the angle, that is 17.5 in this case. Then next one, what is the number of fives used in numbering a 260 page book? There is a book which is having 260 pages. So numbering of them will be done from 1 to 260. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 101, 102 up to 260. They are asking how many fives are used. How many fives are used? You don't have to worry about these things. You don't have to worry about these things. Just I'll give one particular shortcut. From 1 to 100. Any number from 1 to 9. From any number 1 to 9. I am not telling about zeros. Any number 1 to 9 will be used for 20 times. So in 1 to 100, 5 is used 20 times. From 101 to 200, again the 5 is used 20 times. Then from 201 to 300, the 5s are used 20 times. But I want only up to 260. So 1 to 300, there are 60 times. So I need to subtract from 261 to 300, how many 5s will come? How many 5s will come between 261 and 300? From 1 to 300, there are 60 5s. Now from 261 to 300, 265 one time, 275 one time, 285 one time and 295 one time. So 5s are used 4 times. So I have to subtract this. So 60 minus 4. So answer is 56. So 56 times we are going to use 5s in the book which contains 260 pages. So here you have to just remember this one. 1 to 100, any number from 1 to 9, not just 5. In 5, you can use any number from 1 to 9. Please have this shortcut. So 1 to 9, between 1 to 100, it will come 20 times. Again 101 to 200, 20 times. Like that, you have to know. Like that, you have to know and proceed like that. And you have to be extra careful. If you are starting from 101 to 200, then 1, this particular 1 will come for 100 times. It will come for 100 times. That also you have to think. But between like 100 numbers, 1 to 100, 101 to 200, any given number will repeat for 20 times, except the number with which we are starting those numbers. For example, 101 to 200, 1 will come for many times. 1 will come for many times. So that we should not think. So 20, 20, 20. So 60, I am subtracting 4. Answer is 56. Next question. What is the sum of first 28 terms in the following sequence? What is the sum of the first 28 terms in the following sequence? So 28 terms. First we have to find out the pattern that we have here. Pattern. For example, here 1 is there. 1, 2, then 1, 3, 2, 1, 4, 3, 2, 1, 5, 4, 3, 2. So what is the pattern here? 1, 1 and 2. Here 1, 2, 3. Here 1, 2, 3, 4. So after 1, everything is reversed. So here 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So here I have 1 term, here I have 2 terms, here I have 3 terms, here I have 4 terms, here I have 5 terms. They are asking me the first 28 terms. I have to go for first 28 terms. So here 1, 2, 3, 4, 10 terms totally, then 5, 15 terms are done. If I write now 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, this is the next term. So 6 numbers are there. 15 plus 6, 21 numbers are done. In the next time, I am going to write 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 and 7. So this is 7 terms, 21 plus 7, totally 28 terms. So we have to look for these many terms. Then what is the sum? Here see, the sum is 1. Here sum is 3. Here sum is 6. And here, what is the sum? Sum is 10. And here, the sum is 15. And here, the sum is 21. And here, the sum is 28. Just you have to add these numbers. This is one of the toughest, I know. It has 3 iterations. 1 plus 3 plus 6 plus 10 plus 15 plus 21 plus 28 we have to do. 1 plus 3 is 4, 4 plus 6 is 10, 10 plus 10 is 20, 20 plus 15 is 35, 35 plus 21 is 56, 56 plus 28 is 84. Answer is 84 here. So this is not the problem that you have to take in the first round, because we have 3 concepts here. First you have to complete 28 terms. Then you have to make the sum of each of the groups. Then you have to add them. It is not a joke. It is not a joke. So it is not the problem to be taken in the first round. You can take it in the second round or the third round. Be careful in that. So the answer is 84. 47. Question number 47. A person buys 3 articles PQR for rupees 3,330. So straight away you can write an equation P plus Q plus R is equal to 3,330. If P costs 25% more than R and R costs 20% more than Q. See, P is expressed in terms of R, R is expressed in terms of Q. So here what we can do? P costs 25% more than R, R costs 20% more than R, the Q. So Q value is Q. So 20% more than Q is R. So R is 1.2 Q. 20% more than Q means 1.2 Q. Now P is 25% more than R. So we have to multiply 1.25 to this. If I multiply by 1.25 to this, why 1.25? Because this is 25% more. Anything that is 25% more will be 1.25 times of the previous. So 1.25 into 1.2 is nothing but 1.5 and Q will remain there. So Q value is Q, R value is 1.2 Q, P value is 1.5 Q. So if you make the sum of these three, 1.5 plus 1.2 plus 1, that is 3.7 Q. 3.7 Q is nothing but the value of PQR. Value of PQR, if you make the sum, it is 3.7 Q. 3.7 Q is 3,330. Now, they are asking, what is the cost of P? But let me find out Q here. So, Q is equal to 3,330 divided by 37 or 3.7. If I put this point here, then 0 will come here. Already we have seen that the number having the pattern 111, 222, 333. So when a particular digit repeats for 3 times, that number is divisible by 37. That already we know 37 ones are and 37 nines are. So Q is equal to 900. Q is equal to 900. So when Q is equal to 900, P is 1.5 times of Q. So P is equal to 1.5 times of 900. So 1.5 times of 900 is equal to 1350. So P value is 1350. So here, what is the clue? One is expressed in terms of other is expressed in terms of another. Three people are there. So finally, they are expressing everything in terms of Q. So Q value is Q. Then P's value, R's value is expressed in terms of Q. So total sum is 3.7 Q. That is nothing but 3330. This is basic equations problem. Here we are expressing one variable in terms of another. This is very much basics and the problem is very much straight. You don't have to worry. This is the first round problem. Definitely we have to do it in the first round. If the sum of a two-digit number AB and CD is a three-digit number 1CE. See, this is like a problem where we have to find out the value of all these numbers. We cannot call them as variables. They are not variables. They are the substitution for a number that we have to find out. So here they are telling AB plus CD. The answer is 1CE. AB plus CD is giving me the answer 1CE. But focus here, C is a common. C is a common. So whenever I add a number to something and if I want the same here, for example, 8 plus 5, I get 13. That is not my intention. That is not my intention. 9 plus 5, I get 14. So if you want the same digit here, that means you have to add 0 here. Whenever you add this number to 0, then only you will get the same number there. But here A cannot be 0 because they have given this AB as a two-digit number. If I make this A as 0, then this is single digit number. This cannot be a two-digit number. So I cannot take value 0 here. But what is the highest value that I can take is 9. Beyond 9, I cannot take anything. For any single digit, I can take the value from 0 to 9. So maximum I can take is 9. But I want C here. That means from the sum of B and D, I am getting one carry. When I get one carry, 9 plus 1 is 10. So 10 plus any number, let's say this is 5. What is the answer? 15. So this can be maximum 9. In that case, I am getting a carry from the previous sum as 1. So this has to be 9. This has to be 9. You can ask me, sir, the carry can be 2 also, right? Sometimes carry can be 2 also. But when you add two single digit numbers, maximum value of B can be 9, maximum value of D can be 9. 9 plus 9, it is 18. Always the carry will be 1. Whenever you add two numbers, maximum carry is 1. Whenever you add three numbers, maximum carry is 2. Whenever you add 4 numbers, maximum carry is 3. Like that, here the maximum carry is 1. In that case, A has to be 9. It looks very simple, but it needs the proper concept. Here I discussed two concepts. When you want the same number as the sum, then the above number has to be 0. But a digit cannot be 0. That digit cannot be 0 because we are wanting two-digit number. So it can be a single digit number from 0 to 9. Okay, maximum value of that number is 9. In that case, the carry has to come from the previous sum. So in this case, the answer is 9. Okay. 3 numbers XYZ are selected from the set of first 7 natural numbers. First 7 natural numbers are 1 to 7. 1 to 7 are the first 7 natural numbers, such that x is greater than 2y and 2y is greater than 3z. And these x, y, z can take the values from 1 to 7. Anything they can take. How many such distinct triplets are possible? So here the condition is x is greater than 2y and 2y is greater than 3z. Among all these three, x is the highest number. X is the highest number because x is greater than this term and also it is greater than this term. And the maximum value that x can take is 7. Maximum value that x can take is 7. In that case, what will be the maximum value of this? It can be 6. Maximum value, because 7 is this number has to be lesser than this. It will be 6. In that case, what will be the value of this? It has to be lesser than 5. But 3 somethings are, 5 will not come. So in that case, this has to be 3. So if it is 7, it can be 6, it can be 3. Then, when it is 7, it can be 6, it can be 4 also. It can be 4 also. When it is 4, y value will be 2. Again, this value can be 3. So 7 is greater than 6, 6 is greater than 3. So here 7 is greater than 4, 4 is greater than 3. So when I take this value as x is equal to 7, I will get these two values. Next thing, when I take this as 6, x is equal to 6, the maximum value that can come is 5 here now, 5, but 2 somethings are 5 I will not get, but 2 2s are 4. 2 2s are 4 I can get. Now, if this is 4, the maximum value that it can take is 3. So here, in this case, the values of x, y, z, here x is 7, y is 2, z is 1. In this case, x is 7, sorry, here y is 3, here y is 2 and z is 1. Here, x is 6, then y is 2 and z is 1. So these are the 3 different possibilities for x, y, z. 3 different possibilities for x, y and z. But if I take the x as 5, I can take, because x can take anything from 1 to 7. Then in that case, the maximum value that this can take is 4. Again, this is 3. So 5, 4, 3 is also possible. In that case, x is equal to 5, then y is equal to 2 and z is equal to 1. So there are totally 4 triplets. I know this is one of the toughest, because you have to go for these chances. It will consume time in the examination hall. That is why you have to be extra careful while selecting these questions. Though it is very simple, 1 to 7 only we have to put, but the number of iterations that we have to make, like that will take more time. So be careful here. X cannot take the value more than 7, and here z cannot take the value less than 1. X is the highest, z is the lowest. So x cannot cross 7, z cannot be less than 1. So in this bracket only, that is 1 to 7, we have to play, we get 4 such triplets. This is a straightaway problem. This is nothing to do with your math skills. This is just your comprehension part. So I will read this question for you. Since this is a very big question, we have to use the full screen here. Yeah. First, we'll focus only on the statement parts. Yeah. Total cost of 4 oranges. So I'll take 4x. 6 mangoes and 8 apples is equal to twice the cost of one orange, that is X, two mangoes, that is Y, then 5 apples, that is Z. This is one equation. You can understand there are three variables and one equation we have got. Now consider. So let me solve this one. 4x plus 6y plus 8z is equal to 2x plus 4y plus 10z. So if you take x and y this side, 4x minus 2x is 2x, 6x minus 4y is 2y, 8z minus 10z is equal to minus 2z is equal to 0. So here if you cancel 2 to 2, x plus y minus z is equal to 0, or x plus y is equal to z. What does this mean? X plus y is equal to z. The cost of one orange and one apple is equal to cost of one orange and one mango is equal to cost of apple. This is the information that they are giving. The sum of cost of one orange and one mango is equal to the cost of one apple. So now whatever the statements that we have here, it should match with this information. It should match. It should adhere to this equation. Then only this statement is correct. The total cost of 3 oranges, that is 3x, 5 mangoes, 5y plus 9z, 9 apples, is equal to the total cost of 4 oranges, 6 mangoes and 8 apples. So now try to solve. Take 3x this side, it will become x, 5y this side, it will become y, 9z this side, 8z minus 9z is equal to minus z. Yes, we are reaching there. X plus y is equal to z. Yes, this is what the information this has been given. So 1 is correct. 1 is correct. Then the total cost of one orange and one mango is equal to the cost of one apple. That is what we have written. X plus y is equal to z. So both the statements are right. Both the statements are right. Then the answer is C. Both of them are correct. So this is a straightaway problem. You should not fear for such problems. You have to write the equation and solve it. Simplify it. You will get one particular information, very simplified information. You have to match that information with the given statements and check whether the given statements are right or wrong. So we have done with this. Yeah, we are going to 54th. 32 to the power of 5, 2 to the power of 27 is divisible by. First, we have to check. This is even number. The power of even number, this will be even number. Here also it is even number. Power of even number will be even. Even plus even is equal to even. First of all, this number is divisible by 2. That is what we have to check. But that is not sufficient here because 3, 7, 10, 11. Here, since it is divisible by 2, I can check with this. But let me not guess like that. We should not guess in the examination. We have to go by proper method. Here 32 to the power of 5 plus 2 to the power of 27. How I can solve? See here 2 is the basic number. 32 is the power of 2. 32 can be expressed as 2 to the power of 5 because 2 into 2 into 2 into 2 into 2 is 32. 2 to the power of 5 to the power of 5 plus 2 to the power of 27. So this is 2 to the power of 25 plus 2 to the power of 27. But 2 to the power of 25, here 2 to the power of 27. I can write this as 2 to the power of 25 plus I can split this. This 27 can be split as 25 and 2. So here 2 to the power of 2 plus 25 I can write. So this I can write as 2 to the power of 25 plus 2 to the power of 2 into 2 to the power of 25. If I take 2 to the power of 25 outside as a common, then it is 1 plus 2 to the power of 2. That is 2 to the power of 25. Then 1 plus 4. So this is nothing but 5 into 2 to the power of 25. See, this expression is now this. 2 to the power of 25 definitely divisible by 2. Definitely divisible by 2. Even this expression is divisible by 5 also. When this expression is divisible by both 2 and 5, even that will be divisible by 10 also. That will be divisible by 10 also. That is what was my guess. That is right, but you don't guess in the examination, because after so many years of practice I can guess, because my conviction is there with that, but you cannot guess. But at least you can come to an inference that this is an even number. This is an even number. But it doesn't mean that even number should not be divisible by the odd number. It can be divisible by odd number. But just my guess that this can be divisible by this, that's it. But I gave you the proof here. So here, what is the clue? First of all, you have to make the bases equal. First step is to make the bases equal, solve. And when we arrived at this, make the powers equal. So that 2 to the power of 25 I have taken out, and inside 1 plus 2 square I have written. So finally we arrived at this. So this is the simplest thing that can happen with this particular expression. Now this expression is divisible by 5, this expression is divisible by 2 also, then the entire expression is divisible by 10. Let P and Q be positive integers satisfying P is less than Q, and P plus Q is equal to K. P plus Q is equal to K. What is the smallest value of K? We are finding this one. What is the value of K that does not determine P and Q uniquely? To understand this question, your maths is not enough. You have to have good English also, because here this entire sentence is giving lot many information. What is the smallest value of K that does not determine P and Q uniquely? P and Q uniquely means P should have one value and Q should have one value. Okay, I'll tell you, I'll take one example. Let's say P is less than Q. These are positive integers. If P is 1, Q is 2. 1 is less than 2. So 1 plus 2 is equal to 3. Okay. Next example that I can take. 2 is less than 3. 2 plus 3 is equal to 5. Next example that I can take. This is one example. Second example. Third example I'll take. 1 is less than 3. 1 plus 3 is equal to 4. Next example that I can take. 1 is less than 4. 1 plus 4 is equal to 5. Next example, if I can take, let's say 2 is less than 4. 2 plus 4 is equal to 6. Next example I can take, 1 is less than 5. 1 plus 5 is equal to 6. So these are the different sets of examples that I have for this particular condition. Now they are asking, what is the smallest value of K? What is the smallest value of K here? 3, 4, 5, 6. It can go to 7, 8, 9. Among this, what is the smallest value? So 3 is the smallest value. Next is 4. Next is 5. 3 is the smallest. But they are asking smallest value of K that does not determine P and Q uniquely. For this sum, K, 3 or 4 or 5, the P and Q should be unique. In this case, for 3, the unique values are 1 and 2. In none of the cases, I'll get other answers. For 3, it is 1 and 2. For 4, it is 1 and 3. I cannot take anything else. For example, 2 plus 2 is 4. But 2 and 2 are not distinct. They are same. So 1 plus 3 is 4. So for 4, the definite values are 1 and 3. For 3, the definite values are 1 and 2. But for 5, you see, 5. It can be the sum of 1 plus 4 also. Then it can be the sum of 2 plus 3 also. Here, in this case, P and Q are 2 and 3 respectively. And in this case, P and Q are 1 and 4 respectively. But what is the value of K? In both the places, value of k is 5. But am I able to get the unique values for P and Q here for 5? Whenever it is 5, am I able to get only one value for P, one value for Q? No. But for 4, I am getting one value for P, that is one fixed, one value for Q, that is fixed. For 3, P is 1 and Q is 2, that is fixed. That's fixed. But only when it is 5, P can be 2, Q can be 3. When it is 5, P can be 1, Q can be 4. So from now on, we'll not get the unique values. So what is that smallest number that does not determine the P and Q uniquely? That is 5. So when K value is 5, you cannot get only one value for P and Q. There can be more than one value. Even for 6, 7, 8, 9, so on, you will not get the unique value for P and Q. Only for K is equal to 3 and K is equal to 4, you will get the unique values for P and Q. But for 5 and above, the values will be more in number. That is what is. But more than 50% of the aspirants will not understand this problem at all. So when you don't understand in the first go, please don't take risk in this question, because this looks like very simple, very small, 3, 4, 5, 6. You feel that you can solve the problem, but it is very difficult one to understand the English which is written here. So for this, your language has to be good. Yeah, this is related to directions. So only last year we could see 2 questions from directions. Until then, in the 5-6 years question paper, like hardly we were seeing any questions there. But this year they have given 2. So let us see. A person walks 100 meters straight from his house. 100 meter straight from his house. Let's say this is his house. Then turns left and walks 100. Turns left and walk 100. Then turns left and walks 300. Turns left and walk 300. I have a space constraint here. Then turns right and walks 100 meter. So finally the figure is like this. The figure is like this. This is 100. This is 100. This is 300 and this is 100. Okay. Then he turns right and walks 100 meter to reach his office. So his office is here and his house is here. His office is here and house is here. In which direction does he walk initially from his house if his house is exactly in the northeast direction? If they are asking that this is a northeast direction, but according to our map here, this is a northwest. So if it is a northeast, this would have been east and this would have been our north. If that was north, this would have been our south and this would have been our west. We have to readjust the diagram according to the fact that is given in the problem. Initially, for our convenience, we drew the diagram. But they are telling presently his office. In which direction does he walk initially from his house if his office is exactly in the northeast? According to our map, this is northwest. But if it has to be northeast, then the right side of it is east and the front side of it is north. If it is north, this is south. If it is east, this is west. Now they are asking, initially he started to walk in which direction? Initially he started to walk in this direction, that is south. That is south. In examination, like if they don't give the directions initially, you have to construct your own diagram. After that, according to their information, you have to readjust your diagram. You have to readjust your diagram in the sense, you have to look at which point the direction is what. Then, according to readjust the map. Since it is northeast, I will take this as east and this is north. If this was southeast, in the sense, if this was southeast, then I would have taken this as south and this as east. So that is what we have to do, because in geography we are very well versed with the directions. That particular skill you have to use here. So then the direction is south. Then this is also a similar problem. A person walks 100 meter westwards. So westwards, anyways they have given this is 100 meter. Then turns left and walks 100 meters. Then turns left and walk 100 meters. Then he takes 225 degrees turn clockwise. Now he is going like this. He is going like this. Then clockwise movement is this. Clock moves like this. 6 o'clock, 7 o'clock, 8 o'clock, 9 o'clock. So clockwise 225. If you take clockwise 180 degree, if you take the clockwise 180 degree, this will be the direction. Then 225, another 25 degree, another 45 degree. So now this is the direction. In which direction is he walking now? This is nothing but northeast, because this was south, this was west, and this was north, this was east. Now he is walking in northeast direction. Initially he started his journey towards west, took left turn. Now he is going like this, turned 225 degrees, 90 degree, 180 degree, then 225 degree clockwise. Now he is going in this direction. That is nothing but the northeast direction. Okay, this is a simple most problem. One should not get goofed up with this one. So this is something related to the conclusion and this thing, statement and conclusion. They have given the statement and we have to conclude. Let me see this one. 58th question. Statement. Statement tells what? India is the world's largest producer of milk. Done. We are seeing only the production and we are largest. Done. How many types of milk? All that we don't know. Consumption we don't know. Export, import, that we don't know. But what we know is we are the highest producers of milk. Conclusion 1. India is world's largest exporter of milk. It doesn't mean that we are the largest exporters. For example, whatever that we produce, we consume. In that case, zero exports. Or we might be producing the highest, still we import. That information is not there. So you cannot conclude anything unnecessarily. Then, India does not import milk. Who has given that? It can import. Though being the highest producer, we might import. Maybe our milk products, what we are making is the highest. Maybe we are consuming the most, or we might be wasting also. Who knows that? So don't make any unnecessary conclusion. Here both the statements are wrong. Neither 1 nor 2 are correct. So remaining, another 2 questions we'll look at. Here they have given question and statement. In such cases, we have to be extra careful. We have to read the question first. What are the values of m and n where m and n are natural numbers? We should get the values of m and n. That's it. So, question is what are the values of m and n? They are just natural numbers. This is what we know. M plus n is greater than mn. That means the sum of two numbers is greater than the product of those two numbers. In which case we'll get, this is a very rare phenomena. This is a very rare phenomena that we get, but only once we get this situation when m is equal to 1 and n is equal to 2. It is greater than 1 into 2 because this is 3, this is 2. So only when one of them is 1, we'll get this condition. For example, this is 2, this is 3. 2 plus 3 is 5. 2 into 3 is 6. Will not hit that condition at all. So here one of the numbers has to be m. So m or n should be equal to 1. This is what is the conclusion here from this. And m is greater than n. If m is greater than n, the lowest natural number is 1. So n has to be 1. So here what conclusion we have drawn? N is equal to 1. That's it. I don't know about m at. Among these two, one has to be 1. But when m is greater than n, definitely n is equal to 1. This is what I know. But can I answer this question? Look at the question now. What are the values of m and n where m and n are natural numbers? N is equal to 1. M can be anything. N can be 1, 2, 3, 4, 1 lakh, 1 crore. I don't know. So statement 1 alone cannot answer my question. Statement 1 alone cannot answer my question. Now statement 2. The product of m and n is 24. The product of m and n is equal to 24. And what are the m and n? M and n are two natural numbers. It can be anything. 1 into 24 is 24. 2 into 12 is 24. 3 into 8 is 24. 4 into 6 is 24. It can be anything. But do I know the values of m and n? They are many. So even with this, I cannot conclude. But the third chance what we have is we have to club both the statements. We have to club both the statements. We have to club. In this case, what I got? N is equal to 1. In this case, if n is equal to 1, then m is equal to 24. Because the product of m and n is 24. If this is n, m is equal to 24. So using both the statements, I can get the value of m and n. M is equal to 24 and n is equal to 1 over. So using both the statements, I can get the answer. So you have to look for that answer here. Sometimes these A, B, C, D can be very confusing. You have to read very carefully. The question can be answered by using both the statements, but cannot be answered using either statement alone. Yes. Statement 1 alone, statement 2 alone, no. So answer is C. Then the similar question we have here. So this is nothing to do with maths, but let us see, because UPSC is up to this one, we have to see these things. What is the time required to download a software? This is very hypothetical question. When you are downloading something, the size of the file is one thing that we have to look at, and the speed of the internet to download that, download speed. Two things are required here. So they are asking what is the time required to download the software. You need two things. One is size of the software, and second thing, speed of the internet. But let us look at the here. The size of the software is 12 megabytes. Okay, 12 megabytes. What is the speed? Statement 1 alone cannot answer. Statement 2, the transfer rate is 2.5 kilobytes per second. Yes. Here we got the speed. But statement 2 alone can answer this? No. Now club both the statements. Club both the statements. 12 megabytes. 12 megabytes divided by 2.4 kilobytes per second. The second will go up. So 12 megabytes divided by 2.4 kilobytes, these many seconds. Okay, but 12 megabytes is 12,000 kilobytes. 12 megabytes is 12,000 kilobytes divided by 2.4 kilobytes. Kilobyte cancelled. 12,000 divided by 2.4. This is nothing but 5,000 seconds. We need 5,000 seconds. That means using both the statements, I can answer the question. The answer can be answered by using both the statements together, but cannot be using either of the statements alone. So this is where we put end at this session, and the remaining questions we'll take it up in the next session. Thank you so much.